So today we have an unboxing straight from Moyu, and we're going to be taking a look at two new releases. So first off, we do have the Cubing Classroom Rediminx, which is a really fun looking non-WCA puzzle, and we also have the new YueXiao EDM, which has a brand new magnetic system from Moyu. So let's just go ahead and get started with the Rediminx first. Now this one is a design by Justin Costa, and fun fact actually, so I had actually gotten a black like 3D printed version of the Rediminx from Justin himself, and I posted a picture of it on my own Instagram, and shortly after Moyu actually messaged me asking who the designer was, like if they could get their contact information. And so yeah, I just thought it was really cool. I just helped Moyu get in contact with Justin about the Rediminx, and then before I knew it, it was mass produced. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this. Right off the bat I can tell that the plastic is frosted. It's not quite as frosted as their budget puzzles, but definitely not glossy or anything like that. So turning, it's a little bit sluggish and dry and slow, but I mean, nonetheless, definitely still very smooth turning overall. Yeah, it's just that it's a little bit slow, but nothing breaking and can't fix. So I do really enjoy solving on my 3D printed version, so I know this one will be a fun puzzle. And if you don't know, this one is based off of the Ready Cube. You can kind of tell that we have the edges here, just the corners. So it is much like the Ready Cube in that it's very simple and very intuitive to solve. So if you're looking for a new non-WCA puzzle, this one would definitely be a really great starter for you. Alright, next up, I want to go ahead and check out this YueXiao EDM 3x3. Alright, so really fancy packaging, of course. We have a little Team Moyu card, the cube in a super nice looking display box. Looks like an accessories box. Let's see what we get in here. Alright, so another Team Moyu card. I think these are the like the tensioning tools that help you even out the tensions, which I find kind of useless, but so here we have some of the tools for the dual adjustment system, which I am really a fan of. Spare magnets, and then also a screwdriver. Alright, so you do get a lot of cool goodies in here, but let's just go ahead and get onto the puzzle. Alright, and so here it is. Right off the bat, I can tell that it's actually a very lightweight puzzle. Let's see, I have the GuoGuan X right here. Yeah, it's a lot lighter than the GuoGuan X. It also feels slightly smaller for some reason. Let's compare the sizes super quickly. It is just a tiny bit smaller than the GuoGuan X, which is 56 millimeters. So I'm gonna guess this one is like 55 or maybe 55 and a half. But let's just go ahead and see how this thing turns. Whoa, this is super fast. The feeling of this cube, it's really crunchy and kind of clacky. It really reminds me of the older Moyu puzzles, like the Hualong or the Liying. Like those cubes were very hollow feeling, very clacky, very crunchy and crispy feeling. This one definitely reminds me of that. It's very reminiscent of the older, like old school Moyu puzzles. I am getting a few lockups and just slight catching. I'm not sure if it's the puzzle or maybe just me not being used to the turning of this thing. It is very fast and it is super light, so it really doesn't take too much effort to get it turning. It does have a very hollow and crispy feeling to it, which I personally am not a fan of. I do prefer like smooth, more substantial, solid feeling cubes, so this one is just a little bit too light for my taste. Alright, corner cutting. It's doing 45, but I can tell it's a little bit tight. It's not flowing through very easily, but it does it with some tension. Reverse. half a piece very easily, actually. So the thing that's special about this EDM version of the YueXiao is its new magnet system. So if you take a look here, it actually has this magnet in a little plastic casing, and there are these small indents and ridges that you can just click into place. And so what you can do actually with this system is adjust the strength of the magnet. So instead of the GuoGuan X where it had these replaceable magnets that you would push in and out, this one is right into the piece, and all you have to do is click it. It doesn't have quite as much customization as you would get with the GuoGuan X, but it is a very, very quick and easy thing to do. So I believe the way that this magnet system works is that you adjust the direct contact between the edge magnets and the corner magnets. And so I believe with this one, the closer it is to the core, the more direct contact the edge and the corner magnets have. So in this position, it is going to be stronger, and if you just click it further away from the core, it's going to be weaker. So I eventually realized that this is where I had gotten it wrong. As it turns out, the cube does come stock with the weaker magnets in position. And so unlike what I had previously thought, the weaker the magnet is, the closer it is into the core. And if you click it away further from the core, the stronger the magnets feel. The stronger magnets are definitely far more noticeable when I'm just turning it slowly and just purposely feeling for the magnets. But honestly, when I'm just doing regular algorithms, it really doesn't provide too much of a significant pull to the point where I really notice it. And so first impressions of this cube, I definitely do think that it is a cool and unique new innovative system from Moyu in regards to the magnets. But the feeling of the cube itself and just the performance out of the box, I'm not quite a fan of. It's just a little bit too clacky and crunchy for my taste, and I am getting just a little bit of catching. But as I said before, it is a super fast and lightweight puzzle, so it might just be me not quite being used to the turning style of this cube. But I also did notice that there's actually a little divot where these magnets are. So to account for you being able to move these magnets in or out, the edge does have a slight crevice within the piece. So I think that's what's causing the more rough and kind of clacky, crunchy feeling. So I'm just gonna have to set it up, do some solves, break it in, get used to it, and see how I like it from there. But for now, I guess if you are a fan of crunchier, clacky cubes, you might enjoy this cube. But I think, from my initial impressions at least, I would really only recommend it if you're curious about the new magnet system. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this unboxing. If you just want a fun, neat little non-WCA puzzle, I definitely recommend the Cubing Classroom Rediminx. And I know the YueXiao EDM was a super hyped 3x3, but just my initial impressions of this thing out of the box, I'm not that big of a fan. But definitely keep in mind that this one hasn't been set up yet. I haven't gotten a chance to do some solves or get used to it, so I'll have to see if and how my impressions change after I do all I need to this cube. So if you guys have any questions at all, definitely leave them in the comments below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.